the imposter. It's feeling like if we were discovered in our true nature, that we would be discredited, disapproved, shamed and shunned, if you will. And that's a big deal, because that's probably happened to us at some level. Shame. And the imposter prevents our own expression and our own authentic identity from blooming because of this fear of being discredited, of being called a charlatan, however you want to say. It's a self-protective mechanism that we avoid pain or the perception of pain. And so, knowing that this is such a common thing, feeling like an imposter, feeling like if you went for what it is you want in your life, if you really lock in your long-term vision for your business, that someone's going to discredit you. Someone's going to tell you, I see right through you. And those are fears. False evidence appearing real. And it happens to so many women. So many creative, entrepreneurial women are dealing with this imposter complex. And they're doing an amazing job. You're doing an amazing job, I'm sure. But it's still something that sneaks up and sabotages ourselves. So I want to go back to this idea of asking yourself when you reflect, of maybe when you feel fear about stepping into the next level of your identity or your expression, where is that fear coming from? Where do you feel it in your body? And if you can remember, when's the first time you felt that feeling? Imagine, perhaps. It doesn't have to be right or wrong. Again, when you work with the emotional body, you're working with the feminine matrix, and there are no right or wrong answers. Truth is what I'm inviting here. Resonance of your own self, knowing your self-awareness, because our visions can be put away for another day, another lifetime, just because of one comment from one person, just because of one really intense relationship. Maybe it was a partner, maybe it was a boss, a mother, a parent. So in order to understand your imposter complex, start taking inventory of who you are most influenced by, what type of archetypes even. For myself, I'm most influenced by teachers, especially spiritual teachers. And I've had to work through that. As a handful of my spiritual teachers, if they had kept in relationship with me and have watched my content, my business, I'm sure they would have lots of opinions, lots of should ideas. So who is in your life that walking away from them or that energy will ultimately empower you to step into your long-term vision and to make friends with the imposter energy in your life? How can you bring self-empathy to yourself in this process? How can you sit with not having any answers? Just sitting with emotional vulnerability. I promise you that when you sit more with that vulnerability, the easier the valves will just unlock, and you can just breathe through it. Anchor in your body, in your presence. So, if you also find yourself seeking external validation by, for instance, a coach, if you hire an assistant, or a mentor, therapist, even a financial advisor, and you're ultimately wanting them to approve you, to say that whatever you're doing is okay and whatever, beware. And know that you can come clean to any table and meet someone with your soul without needing any affirmation or approval. And if it's difficult right now, that people pleasing is distracting you from being in your natural, receptive, listening energy, just breathe through it and listen. Slow down your daily processes and your conversations with others. Slow down. So, make friends with your imposter, my dear. And you'll receive wealth energy through your natural, receptive vortex. That is your feminine energy. And if this topic, if something I've said has sparked a truth, even if it's an uncomfortable truth, I'll be inviting you and other powerful female entrepreneurs for a masterclass on getting to this exact energy in your field. Where is the imposter coming up in your field? Because it's so different from each one of us, but we can all relate to, oh yeah, I see what I'm doing there. I see where letting go into my expression, letting go into my natural state of existing feels scary. Feels like a mindfuck even. So we want to clear that block. We want to clear the energy and ultimately bring awareness to this imposter energy. I'm obviously a bit of a nerd. So learning what the imposter is in your life and how it shows up for you will ultimately bring you into quicker, that word came out of my mouth. Things won't take as long for you to catch them and then tend to your own needs once you identify something like the imposter complex coming up in your life. It will be easier to move through uncomfortable things. It will be easier to identify it. And it will be easier to let go of any strategies that you may be doing unconsciously. So bringing the unconscious to consciousness. I'm all about that. All right, my dears. Well, thank you for tuning in. I'm Brooke Underwood. I'm a feminine wealth energetics coach, a hypnotist, and a traditional astrologist. And I'm so here for liberating the feminine energy and the feminine consciousness in all women, but particularly female entrepreneurs. You are a powerhouse. Many blessings.